Okay, so a quick update on Tim's XL Scrambler Sportster. There's that polish bracket I did a while ago. Here's a lot of pieces that have been refinished and coated. And no, this isn't powder coat. This is high temperature coat from Camcoat, so it's a ceramic coat. And in fact, these heads are not standard heads anymore. They've been ported, polished, and the valves have been increased in size. So all pretty cool. Not sure who did that, but someplace down south. The rest of it here, all this is the various bits and bobs of the bike that again have been ceramically coated, and underneath here, hidden away, the engine, you can see there, has got new barrels for the 1250 conversion, so it's getting there, it's getting there. And now here we are, and the final build's started at last. It's now, what, 10th of January, and at last this bike is coming together. And there's a few issues that have turned up as the build's progressed, and the first one is these shocks here. These are by K-Tech. These are Razorback shocks, and originally these shocks were not going to go on the bike, but since Tim is an authorised dealer for K-Tech, he's fitted them to the bike. So with these new shocks fitted, the spacers that were made originally for the bike no longer work. So these spacers here have to be remachined and changed to suit these new shocks. So that's a little job that I'm going to do next. Okay Tim, so this thing's getting somewhere. We're in the final build stage now. I believe the paintwork's gone off to be painted. That's the fenders and the tank.
Fenders of the tank are being done with a reasonably modest design on them. The engine's all done and in, carburettor's on, being rejetted to what I estimate it'll need to tune it in on the dyno. Yeah, standard 883 Sportster, 1992.
92, yeah. But now it's not anymore, is it?
No, it's completely. I've basically stripped everything out of it, put a different front end on from a GSXR 600. Right. It's got.
Has it been revalved? Does it?
The forks have been revalved with K-Tech 20 SSK kit. And flow control valves and an uprated spring just to take into account the weight of the bike. Yeah.
Now these yokes are billet yokes, one-offs, and both they and these sliders have been treated with some kind of clever hard anodizing, isn't it?
Yeah, diamondized coat, black diamondized. Yeah.
It's very hard.
The yokes were taken from a half-finished project and remanufactured to fit that. It's got Renthal bars on it and Renthal risers on it.
Yep. And I think the front wheel is from a. Is it from a?
Front wheel's from a KTM supermotor. Yeah. As is the back.
Okay, but the hub's from a.
Hubs are actual Harley hubs. Harley hubs are the original bike, so it's been relaced with stainless steel spokes.
Okay, and looking again at the engine.
The back sprocket for the drive was manufactured. Especially by Renthal, and the disc is an EDC disc.
And of course that big shiny swing arm is not standard.
That's a Metromex swing arm, probably one of the last ones they ever made for a Harley Davidson. And again, that wasn't exactly for a 92, I think it was for a bit of an earlier model, so we've got it on there, modified it and matched it up with the K-Tech suspension.
Yeah, now these are quite new, aren't they, these K-Tech shocks? Let's move over a bit.
These are the K-Tech razors, which came out probably about 18 months ago.
Yeah, so going back to the engine then, clearly the oil tank's been moved, you've now got a one-off oil tank.
So the oil tank I design and manufacture myself, and I've put it up the front end, and so it's left
a lot of space.
A lot of space for all the battery and the electrics underneath the seat.
And that battery's not standard, that's a lithium-ion battery, is it?
It's a
ballistic, isn't it?
Ballistic battery, probably the same sort that they use on touring cars. So it's got a lot of high cranking amps in it to turn that engine over, which it does quite easily. Yeah.
So that engine is now a 1250cc.
It is a 12. It's got a Hammer Performance 1250 kit on it, all the way from America, with that's had Carrillo pistons in it. The headwork, there's headwork being done on it.
By Fastlane, you said?
By Fastlane.
And what's been done to the head?
They've put bigger valves in it, They haven't done much to the combustion chamber, but they've basically ported it and cleaned it up and got it ready for to use with that big bore kit.
Okay, and it's also, I think, got electronic ignition.
Electronic ignition, push button start on the
End of the
starter motor, which
that's
we
a one-off
couldn't.
piece.
We bought a whole raft of different push buttons that off the shelf to try and get it to work.
Yeah. And it didn't.
In the end,
It's like a one-off.
we got it manufactured to work. So that's completely manufactured. That.
Yeah, yeah. Never mind.
The footrests are off of just off from a Pico motocross footrest.
Yeah. I see you've also machined and
The
drilled.
levers have been cut out, so the chain guard was cut out from a pattern off of my Crocs that I use for gardening.
Okay.
And the levers were all cut out so that they're lighter for for lightness.
And unusually, you're using a standard card.
Yeah,
With one-off.
I want the thing. So the idea behind putting lightening it up, putting good suspension on it, and the big bore kit on it means that you've got a nice torquey engine that can be used on the road with good handling. So it was. I haven't gone for all-out horsepower or all-out torque.
It's not a drag bike, is it? It's a road
No,
bike.
I want rideability. I want it to be able to throw it into a corner and have some good torque out the corner. So it's purely an exercise in trying to build a bike that can do that. The exhausts, which are just straight throughs at the moment, when we get them up the bike on the dyno, we'll probably manufacture some baffles to move up and down inside the exhaust, and then once that's finished and we're happy that it's tuned in and rideable through the whole rev range, we'll then take those off and get them coated with a ceramic coat finish that keeps. So I believe that the Formula 1 style coatings allow you to be able to touch the exhaust without getting burned. So
that would be handy, wouldn't it?
that's the aim of that. So the front plate and headlight I shall get today and fit that on. I'm hoping to get the tins, as they say, back in the next week and a half.
Right.
I've got to wire in the Moto Gadget Speedo and underneath there the Moto Gadget digital
ECU
control board.
Yeah.
That needs wiring in. It's just going to be dead basic. A headlight, a dip beam headlight, side light and brake light, and that's it.
That's
Speedo.
it. Pretty simple,
Oil pressure's here. It'll have a neutral, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Good to go.
Good to go. Okay, great stuff. Right, well, it's pretty cold out here, so we'll finish and we'll see it when it's finished.